Hello! We have 4 stories today. Our first story has a man who's too busy polishing his own halo to notice that he's kicking a blind person down. Story 1. I'm a 28-year-old female and my boyfriend is a 27-year-old male named Ryan. He likes to help others. He is the type of guy who would give a coworker money for their rent or buy groceries for our neighbor. However, he can take it too far at times. He often tries to help people without asking if they need or want his help. Every year, my brother, 35-year-old male named Paul, and his wife, 33-year-old female named Lily, host a holiday dinner. This year, Ryan attended for the first time. Before we left for their house, I told Ryan that Lily was legally blind and had been her entire life. She knew what she could and could not do. I told Ryan to only help Lily if she asked for help. We arrived early so I could help Paul and Lily cook. While we were cooking, Ryan kept telling Lily things like, "Lily, if you're looking for the salt, it's to your right," or, "Lily, don't put that there, it's too close to the edge." Lily and Paul both told him that while his commentary was somewhat helpful, it was completely unnecessary. Still, Ryan did not stop. However, things became tense when Lily went to go chop vegetables. When she pulled out a knife, Ryan stopped her and asked if he could take over because he didn't want Lily to hurt herself. Lily said she'd be fine, but Ryan insisted she give him the knife. Finally, Paul got annoyed and told Ryan to stop. Ryan did stop, but he kept hovering over Lily while she was chopping. I asked Ryan to sit down until dinner was ready, but Ryan insisted that he just wanted to help. Finally, Lily asked him and I to help set the table and greet people arriving. We did, but things were still tense. I did pull Ryan to the side and reminded him again to only help Lily if she asked for it. He agreed, but I could tell that he was still upset. Everything finally boiled over after dinner. My nieces, 5 and 3, have a game they love to play with their mother. They will hand Lily something, and Lily would have to guess what it is. Lily would sometimes make a couple of clearly outrageous guesses, like saying an egg is an elephant or a shoe, to make her daughters laugh. After dinner, the eldest handed Lily the salt shaker. When Lily guessed it was a phone, Ryan piped up and said it was a salt shaker. Lily laughed it off and explained the game to Ryan, but I could see she was annoyed. My niece then handed Lily a coin. When Lily guessed incorrectly, Ryan loudly told Lily it was a coin. This was apparently the last straw for Paul. Paul demanded that Ryan leave since he clearly couldn't respect Lily. Ryan insisted that he was trying to be helpful. However, Lily said it was probably best if Ryan and I left. I quickly gathered up our things and managed to convince Ryan to leave. Ryan is currently upset with me. He said I should have defended him, especially since I knew he was only being helpful. He also insisted that I should have stood up against Paul's overreaction, Ryan's words. I'm now wondering if I should have defended Ryan. Am I the jerk? In the comments, Peppermint Mocha said, "Not the jerk. Ryan didn't deserve to be defended there. I'm sorry. I'm sure you love Ryan, but good Lord, he sounds insufferable. He wasn't being nice. He was being patronizing. Lily neither wanted nor needed his help. He stuck his nose where it didn't belong, and he was asked to stop numerous times. I would have kicked him out too." I swear I used to be smart added, "It doesn't sound like he wants to be helpful. It sounds like he wants to be the benevolent yet superior being. He wants to feel the gratitude of the lesser masses. He can't handle being around a capable person who won't accept his magnanimity." OP, your jerk boyfriend gets 4 out of 5 angry butts for being so condescending and demonstrating a complete lack of self-awareness. Sounds like your brother and Lily were super patient too. Seems to me he may also be a bit dumb if he didn't get that Lily was playing a game with the kids. I can just picture him sitting there yelling at Lily while everyone stares on in disbelief. "It's a salt shaker. It's a coin." Picture it, folks. Picture it. Our second story might have you thinking, "Oh no, a bridezilla." But not so fast. The bride OP makes a fairly compelling case in story 2. I'm a 23-year-old female, and my wedding was back on Saturday, December 31st, and I'm still getting backlash from this. So I want to know if this was a jerk move. In the country I live in, it's currently winter, and we get a fair amount of snow, so my wedding was a winter-themed wedding. The color theme was forest green and gold. My dress was obviously white, and I chose the color of my bridesmaids' dresses to be forest green as well. My maid of honor's dress was black, and everyone was to wear gold accessories. I have this friend, we'll call her Kat, that I asked to be one of my bridesmaids. When we went dress shopping and I told them the color theme I was going for, Kat immediately expressed that she thought forest green was a bad choice. She said she thinks it's not a flattering color and thought I should choose something different and more girly. I said no because my wedding was winter themed and I thought the color would go perfect with the theme. She suggested a pink, blue, even a red. I said no, but thanks for your opinion. She found out my maid of honor's dress was black and asked if she could wear black too. I said no, only my maid of honor is wearing black. I paid for all dresses. Fast forward to the wedding day. Everyone's getting their hair and makeup done, and Kat shows up 30 minutes late holding a bag that looked like it had a dress inside. I asked her what this was for. She told me it was for later on at the reception if she got uncomfortable and wanted to change after pictures. I was like, okay, cool. So fast forward, we're all dressed and walking down the stairs because the ceremony is beginning in 30 minutes, and we were going to take some pictures before. Kat is the last person to come down, and she's wearing a black dress. At the time, I was preoccupied taking pictures with my parents, but my maid of honor came over to me and made me aware of the situation. I confronted Kat and asked her what was going on. She said she hates her bridesmaid's dress, as the color is ugly and makes her look gross, so she's wearing black. I told her please go back and change. She refused and started walking away from me. I said I'm going to ask her one more time, and if she doesn't oblige, I'm calling security and kicking her out. She began yelling at me to screw off, so I called security and asked them to please escort her out. She started making a big scene, yelling how I'm such a bridezilla, that I can't force her to wear anything, that I'm a horrible, inconsiderate friend. The wedding went on, and it was truly amazing. Ever since the wedding, Kat has been blowing up my phone with texts saying some really nasty things and asking for the money back she spent on the black dress, since it was a waste and she didn't get to wear it. I had to block her number. Some of my other bridesmaids have been giving me grief, saying that it was a little harsh kicking her out and embarrassing her like that, and that maybe I should give her the money back. Am I the jerk for kicking her out? In the comments, Arkery Starkery said, not the jerk. She could have told you straight out she wasn't wearing it beforehand, but she held off until the actual day of, when she thought you couldn't refuse. You called her bluff. Also, she can return the black dress. OP replied, she claims because she took the tags off that now she can't return it. But I could really care less. Like, that was a bold move to take the tags off of an expensive dress and just assume I'd let her wear it. OP, you get 0 angry butts out of 5. Kat embarrassed herself. It's super entitled to show up wearing the same color as the maid of honor when it's known that she was supposed to stand out as the maid of honor. And she lied saying the dress was for after photos. She should have been cut when she said your theme and colors were ugly. She's definitely not the kind of person I'd want to celebrate such an important day with. Our third story is about one of those guys. You know, the it's just a joke guys. Well, OP is married to one of those guys, and she's none too happy when the family isn't laughing anymore. In story 3. I've been married to my second husband, Mike, for 4 years now. He's a jokester and loves to crack jokes all the time. He especially likes to joke with my brother, Ethan, and his wife. Ethan used to be okay with it, till he started complaining about Mike taking it too far with his jokes. Some context about Ethan. He and his wife couldn't have kids, so they adopted a boy, Joey, 2 years ago. Mike has been making silly, lighthearted jokes involving Joey's bio parents as a way to mess with Ethan and his wife. I already talked to Mike, and I tell you that he 100% means no harm, and he was just trying to get them to react. So, fast forward to New Year's Eve. My parents hosted a big celebratory dinner, and Ethan and his wife came. While we're eating dinner, Mike decided to tell a knock-knock joke to Ethan. He said, "Knock, knock." Ethan laughed and said, "Who's there?" Mike replied, "Joey's bio parents." Then he burst out laughing. Silence took over and Ethan's facial expression changed. His wife called Mike an idiot, to which Mike replied with, "Hey, relax, it was just a joke." An argument ensued and dinner was paused. My parents suddenly told Mike to leave, which I thought was too harsh. I tried to speak to them and get them to calm down, but Mom insisted that Mike leave. We left and Mike was complaining the whole time about how they overreacted. I called Mom later and she told me Mike was out of line with his hurtful jokes about this touchy topic. She told me I was wrong for defending him and saying he was just joking. She said he ruined New Year's for the family, but I told her it was her and Dad who ruined New Year's celebration for escalating the situation and kicking him out. I told her he could talk to them, but again, they were the ones who ruined New Year's celebration. She called me delusional for this statement and hung up. We haven't talked to them for days. I tried contacting Ethan, but no response. In the comments, Certain Certainty said, "You're the jerk. Your husband likes to hurt people. It's nothing to do with jokes." Anthony Lockhart said, "You're the jerk so much, especially Mike." Knock knock. Who's there? Mike's a jerk. Frack Mike. What? It's just a joke. Yo From added, knock knock. Who's there? Not Mike. He got kicked out. Cutie Loves Quails said, Mike ruined the celebration. Wow. I don't know if I've read such an out-of-touch post on AITA ever. You're the jerk, and so is your husband. Quote, Mike has been making silly, lighthearted jokes that involve Joey's bio parents as a way to mess with Ethan and his wife. What the actual fudge? That is terrible. Teasing an infertile couple about their adopted child's bio parents? I am mortified. OP, you get 5 out of 5 angry butts because this is just plain mean. You are as bad as your husband for not seeing what is really going on here. Saying something is a joke doesn't grant someone a license to be a total jerk and repeatedly hit below the belt for 2 years. The fact that they tolerated this crap for that long is a testament to how much your family loves you. Too bad you're incapable of even showing the slightest respect. Our fourth story is a magical tale from Disney. No, wait, is this real life? This one was all the rage last week and had everyone yelling, Cinderella, Cinderella! In story 4. My dad passed away 2 weeks ago. Me, my wife Candace, and my daughter 16, Shiloh, and her stepsisters 19 and 17, flew to my hometown to attend the funeral. After that, we got 2 hotel rooms, one for me and Candace, one for the girls. While I was in the room, I got a call from Shiloh at 11 p.m. crying. It sounded like she was arguing with her stepsisters. I asked what the matter was, and she told me that her stepsisters insisted that she sleep on the floor. There was one large bed in the room, and there was enough space for all 3 girls to sleep on it. I asked why, and she said she didn't know. I went to see what the issue was and talked with my stepdaughters about it. They kept talking, but didn't really explain why they told her to sleep on the floor. They just shrugged and said, It's better this way, we're more comfortable this way. I told Shiloh to grab her things, and when one of my stepdaughters asked where we were going, I told her I was booking her a hotel room. Both looked upset but didn't say anything, but they must have called their mom, because she was awake when I got back. She started arguing with me about giving Shiloh an entire hotel room for herself. I explained why I did it, but she said I wasted money and that Shiloh could have sucked it up for one night on the floor. I called her unreasonable for saying this, but she told me I showed the girls that I'm playing favorites, and that I had made my stepdaughter share a room while I gave my daughter an entire room for herself. We went home and Candace is still bringing it up, saying I mishandled this. She even pointed out how my stepdaughters are upset since they're not speaking to me. Edit. It was Candace who got a room for the 3 girls so as not to stir any drama and save money. She was in charge of hotel reservations since I was emotionally distressed. Also, Candace did not expect Shiloh to sleep on the floor. She wanted all 3 girls to share the bed. Edit 2. For those that are calling me a jerk for giving my daughter her name, her mom did that and she's deceased. So please, let's not focus on that. And also, I've known my stepdaughter since they were little. We're pretty much family. Candace is a stay-at-home mom, but I give her full access to my money since this stuff was already discussed beforehand. Pretty much everything was. In the comments, Mighty Josh said, Not the jerk here. Bridezilla and Anastasia causing problems again, eh? Snoo Macarons added, Seriously, was thinking Cinderella vibes. OP, you get 0 angry butts out of 5. In fact, I give you a gold star for standing up for your daughter in spite of the tension that you surely anticipated with the evil stepmother. Is Candace not wondering why her daughters told their stepsister to sleep on the floor after attending her grandfather's funeral? Never mind at all? There are so many things wrong with what is happening here. I hope you read the comments and get yourself out of this nightmare of a fairy tale. Also, watch your back in the interim. You don't want to make a Cinderella out of your daughter. And that's clearly what would happen if you were out of the picture. If you've enjoyed the story and would like to hear more, consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Thanks, and bye for now.